I'd like to preemptively apologize because the audio in this video is a little echoey since I'm recording everything in a different studio. Hopefully it'll still be entertaining, maybe, perhaps show of hands. Wait, I can't do that, the video hasn't started yet.
Hello, my fellow staircases that really hate getting stepped on all the time. I just have to say, all of you are spoiled frickin' brats. And you wanna know why? There are staircases across the world who won't ever again obtain the pleasure of having precious shoes, socks, and feet stomp all over them. People say things like, oh, this staircase has a hole in it, let's replace it. Oh, this staircase has multiple holes in it, let's replace it. Oh, this staircase is from an area that generates a lot of holes in my life, so let's demolish the entire building which happens to have the staircase inside. You staircases should be grateful for the stomps you get. It's absolutely embarrassing that you even consider complaining. Not to mention there's that one staircase that's been blocked from entry via basketball gym padding just because it's too mysterious. Wait, isn't that what this video is about? I'll tell you what, I have a hunch it might actually be.
As it turns out, I was actually right, everybody. We're talking about the haunted staircase SCP. I'm telling you guys, my hunches are always 100% correct.
To sum up SCP-087 in a single sentence, it's the kind of anomalous entity you look into when you derive pleasure from an intellectual form of masochism. Oh, what's at the bottom of the stairs? Why are there crying baby noises down there? What's the deal with this masked dude that keeps scaring the test subjects to death? Oh, that's pretty cool. The SCP Foundation just prohibited any further exploration of the staircase, as well as expunging the data of the latest document. Just the amount of questions this SCP is leaving unanswered, it's really starting to turn me on. To sum up SCP-087 in a little more than a single sentence, I've got a quadruple-digit word count's worth of information to entertain those of you who wish to undergo the standard A-Mart experience. Speaking of which, am I gonna have to turn the fact that my upload schedule sucks into a meme now? Now, this SCP is rather a popular one, getting a video game based off of it that have attracted the likes of Happy Wheels Fan 6000 and Swagger Souls. Not to mention it got like 4th place on this ancient top 10 list of the most terrifying SCPs out there. Basically, for the two of you watching this video that actually know what it's like to be outdoors, this would somewhat make for a good campfire story. Once upon a time, there's this random college campus that has this janitorial cabinet that leads to a staircase of darkness, which is surprisingly dark. Upon entry, you could hear a stupid kid downstairs crying about dream faking his Minecraft speedrun or something, which would probably catch your attention. All you need now is to turn on the light. Actually, never mind, the staircase hates lights and you have to use a flashlight that's 75 watts or less, otherwise the light is ineffective, leaving you with nothing but existential dread. Ha 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 ha, it gets worse. As you're climbing down the stairs, you then realize, holy crap, I've climbed about 20, 30, maybe even 40 floors down and I still can't kick the kid in the face and tell him to shut up. What is going on? What the fuck? Why is H2O delirious in this godforsaken staircase? Like, I haven't even watched Thanos Gaming in years. And that's pretty much all there is to say about this haunted stairwell, unless of course you look through the exploration transcripts, in which case I'm gonna have to Matthew Patrick myself and overanalyze every tiny detail I could find in this next part of the video just because I want people to think I'm smart. Exploration 1, featuring DMan number 1. Fun fact, this guy used to work for the SCP Foundation. You wanna know why he became a criminal class D? By getting demoted for mistreating an SCP. What the hell kind of mistreatment did he commit to get demoted to the rank of frickin' cannon fodder? Anyway, DMan number 1 was given the task of walking down the stairs being equipped with a 75-watt flood lamp to use as a light source, a headset for communication, and a camcorder to live stream whatever the hell is going on down there to the people in the control room. DMan number 1 doesn't really find anything interesting besides the sound of the crying kid maintaining itself no matter how far down the DMan walks until he reaches like 50 floors in which this happens. Doctor, I am feeling a bit uneasy walking down these stairs.
What are you, a pussy? Keep walking or else I'll experimentally centipede your family.
I am afraid I cannot do that, Doctor.
And why is that?
Doctor, there is a terrifying mass face in front of me and I want to go home.
That is absolutely incredible. Get closer to it. I want to see it.
Doctor, I am going to disobey your orders as well as disobey the proper course of events that takes place in the canon because I do not like where this is going.
Wait, but didn't you say that you don't care about life anymore because you found out that the only purpose to your existence is to play a small role in a random YouTube video?
Alright, I guess you have a point there. I am in fact depressed.
50-centimeter facial jerk.
I shall now sprint back up to the surface in 18 minutes flat and collapse upon arrival. Exploration 2, featuring DMan number 2. Apparently this guy's an Elliot Rodger clone. Not much of a difference between this guy's journey down the stairs and the one before, with the exception of a few small details. At the 51st landing, which is around where DMan number 1's trip came to an end, a smooth 50-centimeter long slash mark was found on the wall, which disturbingly implies that mass face down there ain't no Scooby-Doo haunted hologram, and is in fact as physically abundant as Funny Valentines in the JoJo multiverse. DMan number 2 makes it to the 89th landing, and yeah, he gets scared by mass face and makes a mad dash back up to the surface. This time
time, instead of just collapsing, he enters a catatonic state from which he has not yet recovered. Holy shit.
Hold on just a second. I have a theory about what this all could possibly mean.
And I'm not just talking about SCP-087, I'm talking about the whole documentation process and stuff.
See, my theory is that this entire document is a sociological commentary on what a real man should be.
The whole purpose of this SCP is to respond to people who fantasize about becoming the alpha male Clint Eastwood Joe Rogan archetype.
You dare question me?
The bottom of the staircase, or the lack thereof, represents obtaining alpha male status. The stairwell represents the downward spiral a man must psychologically put up with to get to alpha male status, which obviously requires you to be ballsy. Masked face serves as like a reality check that the man who wishes to reach alpha male status should probably not, because it's not worth it. The control unit that orders the D-class to go down the stairs represents the part of the man's psyche that wants to become an alpha male stereotype, while the D-class assigned to this mission represents the part of the man's psyche that wishes to continue being himself. Nobody should be insecure about not fulfilling all of these flawed requirements to be a so-called alpha male. Then that's exactly what this document is trying to say. And on top of all of that, the fact that the D-class involved in this are specifically men, my theory has to be correct. There is no way that— Whoops, never mind. The third exploration includes a female D-class and my theory is ruined.
Windmill, windmill for the land, turn forever hand in hand. Take it all in on your stride. It is ticking, falling down.
Exploration 3 featuring D-Woman number 1.
Some chick who has depression, #swag. Several happenings actually happened with the stairwell journey. First, she stepped on something gross and sticky on the 17th landing. Oh, that's freaking funny. D-Man number 2 pissed himself on his way up the stairs.
Everyone, point and laugh at D-class vegetable baby for being such a loser.
Next, she found a hole in the staircase around where the second exploration ended. Based off of this and the slash mark found on the 51st floor, you could come to the conclusion that Maskface's job here is to keep track of the high scores of the D-class by damaging its own property.
Kinda weird, but like, what would you do if the only thing you knew in your life was a stairwell that absorbs light?
After discovering that, she gets to the 253rd floor without reaching the source of the crying kid and decides she's gonna turn back now. However, the moment she turns around, she sees Maskface and starts sprinting down the stairs, screaming her lungs out like a 2012 Hunger Games stand. Not only that, but she's nearing the source of the crying kid and Maskface is in hot pursuit. She runs 150 flights down and trips and falls unconscious. Maskface is just staring at the camcorder, trying to look all scary and stuff. The camcorder just stops working. How did Maskface get behind D-Woman number 1? Probably spider climbing the hole at the 51st landing, who knows? Nobody knows what happened to D-Woman number 1. The 4th exploration data is deleted from history. We still can't identify the Zodiac killer. There's still no point to these creepy goblins being in a kid-friendly Mario game. According to a popular tale called Six Little Mice, the bottom of SCP-087 is a 1-inch puddle where a cannibal girl proceeds to eat whoever sliced off their frontal lobe to arrive there. Think of it what you will. Well, that's about it for the haunted stairwell. I'm hoping 2021 doesn't turn out to be a ketamine withdrawal fest like last year.
Come on!